I got your Big Dirty review right here.
Resistance is futile.
Hello again, fellow human earthlings. Now, this episode, we're going to take a look at one of the baddest of the bad guys. That's right, we're going to take a look at the villains that were introduced in the next Star Trek, The Next Generation. We're talking about the Borg. Now, the Borg scare the crap out of me. No, I will go so far as to say they scare the living shit out of me because they're representative of zombies. And anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely hate zombies despite my love of the TV show and comic book The Walking Dead. Zombies scare me, they just do. Being one and the same, having that one desire to consume scares me. And that's exactly what the Borg represents in 24th century Star Trek history, the history of the future. So, we're going to take a look at this particular villain, this particular piece of the Starships Collection. Why? Because it comes with the collection, why not? So what the hell, we'll take a look at it. But it's also very, very cool. So let's hop right into it. This box, of course, being a sphere, this box is packed a little bit differently. So let's just take a look here. It's bigger. Okay, yeah, we're done. That's about all it takes. It's bigger. It's a bigger box. Yay! Moving on. Get this thing out of here. Go away, box. We don't keep boxes around here. Take the clamshell off. Now, the first thing I noticed when opening this particular piece was how heavy it was. It's a friggin' heavy piece. This thing, I mean, it's not. Let's see if I can get it out of here. This is not something to be laughed at. It's actually, I mean, look at the size of it. Look, okay, so let me just move this out of the way here so I can show you. So you can see how big my hand is, and I've got pretty big paws. I mean, it almost feels like a baseball. It almost feels like they modeled this particular cast, off a baseball. So, it being a Borg vehicle, there's not much to talk about. It's a sphere. We first saw the Borg Sphere in Star Trek First Contact when it was used as a lifeboat, even though we find out later on in subsequent episodes of Voyager that it's actually a long-range tactical vessel. But for the movie First Contact, it was used as a lifeboat that traveled back in time to try and change human history by traveling through a wormhole with charged quantum particles. So, it's typical Borg fare. It's full of, you can see the conduits. Let me just see if I can get in here a little bit closer so you can see. Hopefully that'll focus in. Focus. No, it's not going to focus in. But you can see the conduits and whatnot on the design, and little splashes of green paint, because the Borg were famous for green lights, green and blue, and I believe yellow lights, green mostly predominantly. So you can see some of the design details on it. I mean, it's, like I said before, it's typical, it's Borg. It looks clunky, it looks mechanical, it looks foreign, it looks alien, it looks scary. Fun fact! One of the early designs for the Borg Sphere, it actually looked an awful lot like the Death Star from Star Wars, and they had to go back and change the design because the production crew didn't want fans getting confused. Makes sense. I mean, how many different variations of a sphere can you have? So anyway, there's really not much more to this one. It's a Borg Sphere. It's nice. The design of the model is nice. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of heavy. I don't want to hold it up too much because it is kind of heavy. Oops, I just heard a kitty sneeze. We have a sick kitty in our house that I think might have just come into the office with me. But anyway, I digress, talking about cats, because I love cats. So we'll put that off to the side. Here we go. All about that base, So there's the base. Here's the stand. This is a simple one. I guess because it's a sphere and there's not many ways you can display a sphere. There's actually, you can see it here. There's actually a display hole there and another one right there. So we just go ahead and pop that right on there, and there we go. Borg Sphere, 24th century. Borg are scary as shit. Scary stuff. Alrighty,